Welcome to the channel, fellow YouTube users and 7-string guitar players. In this video, I'll be talking about my two Jackson 7-string guitars and why they are awesome. So if 7-string guitars and metal are your thing, then you should probably subscribe to my channel and leave a like and comment. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and I appreciate it, so thank you in advance. I've already modded both of these 7-string guitars, so they are not currently in stock form, but they were awesome even before the mods. A few years ago, I found a really good deal for this Jackson DK7Q HT with a chlorine burst finish. I know, sometimes Jackson is like Ibanez with their model names. A blue turquoise transparent burst with a quilted maple top. Instant eye candy for me. It has a bolt-on construction with the satin finish neck. The way they designed this bolt-on is a really ergonomic and comfortable way, in my opinion. Not at all like the typical Fender bolt-on construction design. And it is really easy to reach the upper frets, even though it is a bolt-on. It is a 25.5 inch scale length, but that is the scale length I prefer on my 7-string guitars. And it turns out you can actually go quite low and still get good intonation with 25.5 inch scale length, if you know what you are doing. I used to have this guitar in drop A, but I now currently have it set up in drop F sharp. The pickups in this beast are the Seymour Duncan Sentient and Nazgul. The Sentient, to me, is a nearly perfect neck pickup. It can sound creamy and smooth, but also maintain clarity. I had wanted to try out the Nazgul bridge pickup for many years after seeing all the Keith Merrow videos. It's not my favorite bridge pickup, but you can definitely get some good tones out of it. The fretwork on this beast is actually quite well for the price range it was in. They are nickel frets and not stainless steel, and they are not insanely silky smooth frets like on a $3,000 or $5,000 guitar, but still good. And the fretboard edges are extremely rounded. I have never owned a guitar with such rounded fretboard edges. The neck is the thinnest out of all my 7-string guitars. Definitely way thinner than an LTD 7-string neck. Another great feature with this guitar is the forearm contour on the body. I had never had a super strat shaped guitar with this feature before. And after I tried it, I wished all of my super strat guitars had this same forearm contour. It is just so comfortable. So with the rounded fretboard edges, a thin satin finish neck, the forearm contour, and an ergonomic bolt-on design, this guitar is extremely comfortable to play. Easy to play fast riffs and complicated lead work. Another great feature is the 5-way blade pickup selector, so you can actually get single coil tones out of this beast, which can actually sound quite good when tuning really low with a high gain tone. And the Jackson branded locking tuners have always worked quite well for me. They are supposedly made at the same factory as Goto tuners. So, after owning this beautiful beast of a guitar and enjoying it for a few years, I found another really good deal for a Jackson 7-string guitar, and that was for this Jackson SL7A Mahogany HT in a unicorn white finish. These model names, I'm telling you. I had never owned a white guitar before, but something about it just spoke to me. I mean, just look at that transparent white ash top and the pearloid binding. There are definitely a lot of similarities between these two guitars. The white one also has the awesome forearm contour. They both have the badass reverse 7-in-line headstocks. They both have ebony fretboards and the Jackson branded locking tuners. Both guitars have graphite reinforcement rods inside the necks, which helps with the necks to be stronger and also really helps with tuning stability. They both have the 12 to 16 inch compound fretboard radius. Both guitar necks are thin with a satin finish. This white Jackson also has the 5-way blade switch so you can access single coil tones as well. This white Jackson has Seymour Duncan distortions in it, which I had never tried out before this guitar. So far though, I think the pickups sound quite good. The bridge pickup is definitely higher output than the Nazgul. I actually think I like the distortion bridge pickup a little better than the Nazgul. Maybe I will do a shootout comparing these two pickups down the road. This white Jackson also has an insane neck-through construction design. I mean, look at this. You can very easily get way up in there. This guitar easily has the best upper fret access out of all of my guitars. The neck is slightly thicker than the neck on the blue one, but not by much. Unfortunately, the fretwork on this guitar was not nearly as well done as the frets on the blue one. The frets felt scratchy, like they never got fully polished like they were supposed to. This was probably why the guitar was discounted in price. Fortunately for me though, I have a guitar fret polishing kit that I got from StewMac, and I was able to polish up the frets, and now they are even more silky smooth than on the blue Jackson. This white Jackson guitar was made in Indonesia, whereas the blue Jackson was made in Mexico. So perhaps Jackson needs better quality control on their made in Indonesia guitars? Comparing the two, I think the blue Jackson is a little higher in quality than the white one. I did encounter a problem with my blue Jackson not too long after I got it though. The nut on the guitar broke, so I had to replace it. Looking at the specs listed though, the nut was made out of plastic, so that is where they used a cheap part. I was, however, able to install a nice Graphtec nut in its place, and I haven't had any problems since. I did do the same with my white Jackson soon after getting it, because the stock nut was the same plastic kind, and I didn't want to have a repeat of the same problem. It appears Jackson Guitars has learned though, and they are putting Graphtec nuts on their newer guitars in the similar price range. I did also install a new Hipshot HM bridge in place of the stock bridges on both guitars, but I did this so I could tune both guitars really low. I recorded a song and video with the white Jackson in drop F, and the intonation actually worked quite well, believe it or not, even though it is just 25.5 inch scale. In conclusion, these Jackson 7-string guitars are really sick. They each needed a little TLC, but it was well worth putting the extra time into making them better. I do recommend trying out a Jackson 7-string guitar for yourself, and no, I am not being paid to say this. This is simply what I think. I will put related links down below, and thank you for watching my video and making it to the end. Congratulations. You are way more disciplined than the average viewer. Alright, let's get back to making some awesome music, guys. See you later. Peace.